Some time ago, I covered Ranma 1/2 Hard Battle, a Super NES fighting game that, by all accounts, had absolutely no business hitting these shores. It predated its own anime in a time when anime itself really wasn't that big a thing. And point in fact, it really wasn't all that good. But it was unique in that it retained its original experience, for lack of a better word, while its predecessor was mangled, hacked, and repainted into the dyspeptic brawler Street Combat, which was about streets and combat. And certainly not a dude who turns into a girl, or his panda dad, or... Wait, Genma's not even a panda in this one? The hell? Yep, this is what Street Combat used to be. Ranma Nibunoichi Chounai Gekitouhen, which translates to Neighborhood Combat Chapter, so perhaps its new name isn't really that far off. But instead of a cast of dystopian killing machines made of muscles and anger, you've got a slew of teenage martial artists with unusual reactions to dihydrogen monoxide. Really, there's no elegant way of explaining the madness aside from pulling a Cromartie and saying, if you want to find out, just read the manga. So, onward to Control. Just kidding, there isn't really Control at all. Just some flailing. I've played some bad 2D fighters in my day, but this takes the okonomiyaki. Holding back to block? Ha! Nope, you've got to use the shoulder buttons. Up to jump? Nope. X to jump, leaving only 3 attack buttons, punch, kick, and special. Even if you can get over the clunkiness of having a dedicated jump button, actually landing hits is another matter entirely. Collision detection is laughable, priority seems to always work against you, and chances are your opponent's going to have some manner of ranged attack capable of just hosing you. If you needed any further reason to laugh at the rather horribly obtuse design decisions in this freshman offering, you need look no further than the available game modes. You've got a storyline mode, which forces you to use Ranma and fight the rest of the cast in sequence on a limited number of continues, or versus mode, which always pits the two Ranmas against each other in some weird kind of paradox space. You want any other configuration of fighters, thus bringing it in line with, actual fighting games of its time period? You need a debug mode for that. Fortunately, said debug mode is accessed simply by holding down the shoulder buttons and pressing start. It's no coincidence that when we think of 2D fighters today, we naturally think of the Street Fighter II school of quarter circle-based controls. There were other concepts in the arena, but they got their asses kicked and fell in line. That's a story for another game.